So let me demonstrate the key thing to drawing realistically. So the biggest thing that I'm going to teach today is shading. So I have drawn out cubes for everybody to draw, and then I gave them pencils, and that's all they'll need. Many things with shading comes with, you can do it in painting, just with colors. And in this book by Juliet really shows how they use it in classical painting. And then with the shapes, the traditional shapes like cubes and spheres and that, if you break down animals while drawing animals, they also, it helps you draw realistically, and then if you add shading, it brings them to life. So if you look up any of the Walter Foster books, they're really good if you want to learn how to draw. So what we'll start off with is, this is what we're going to be drawing. So the first cube in the front we'll have is dark gray. So just press as hard as you can with the pencil in that first box. And it doesn't have to be perfect, we're just coloring in that box enough that it's darker than the rest.
Mom, hi.
So once you get that first, see, it doesn't have to be perfect, but once you get that first square in the front, as dark as you can, this side piece right over here, you'll do it a lighter shade than the main box. So it will just be a tad bit lighter.
Next, this one. This one's lighter.
And so basically, when we get to the top one, this is where your light source is going to be. So that's also what is going to determine where your shadow is placed. So on the top, you'll very lightly with your pencil, like barely any pressure at all, you'll color it in. So it'll just be like a really faint gray line. And with that, you got your basic cube. Now if we want to get into shading, since the light source is at the top and kind of in the back, your shading will be in this front area and will kind of come off at a corner. And you just lightly shade just a little tiny rectangle at the bottom, and you got your light source. And there you have it. That's the basic what you need for shading a cube. But you can do this with spheres, you can do it with all sorts of shape, and it'll actually bring a picture to life. For example, if you're drawing a face, if you're drawing a nose, the nose isn't just a hard line. You'll do shading to bring it kind of out and forward. So that would be a more topic for later, but that is all I have for the cube. Now, I have a question for Taya. What shape is this?
It's a cube.
Yes, and then where is the placement of your shadow? Like, what determines the placement of your shadow?
The light source.
Yes, and that is my demonstration of a cube.
Yay!